You know, because the fans, they're very hard to please, you know. And I want to please them.
Yes.
And I want to please myself. And if, you know, I'm in competition with myself now. So everything that's done is going to be compared to previous seasons.
Yes.
And
that's a hard thing to match up to sometimes.
So sometimes it's a hard thing to match up to. So you know, I'll see if I have enough funny ideas in my vault. Then maybe
you better find that notebook.
Yeah, but you know, it's not like I don't know if you think that it's as easy as, oh, I think I'll write a show today. That doesn't work like
No.
that. Yeah.
How long does it take you to do a show typically?
One of these, I'd say, anywhere, you know, close to, you know, 6 to 8, 10 days around.
Mm-hmm. So that would have been the same with Seinfeld, I would imagine. Well, I mean,
this show is actually harder to write than Seinfeld, and it's because I'm doing 8 more minutes of show.
No commercials.
No commercials.
Right.
Seinfeld was 22 minutes because of the commercials, and this thing is 30 minutes. So those 8 minutes, that's almost a third of a show. So I need more story and more things, more scenes is more scenes, you know.
Right. Well, shall we ask the audience if they have some questions?
Throw it out to the audience.
People have to come up. Hold on, you have to come to the microphones.
Oh boy.
May I say this? You must go to the microphones or we can't have any questions because we got to hear you on the tape. But I want everyone to ask the question and be real short because we want to get as many people as we can in. Okay? Go right to the point. Who's first? Over here.
Real short.
Hi, nice to meet you. Andrew Cohn. C-O-H-E-N, not K-O-N-E, like your bilateral.
It was C-O-N-E.
It was C-O-N-E?
Yeah, like
Sorry.
David Cohn, the pitcher on the Mets.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Anyway, C-O-H-E-N nonetheless.
So
I was wondering... I'm sorry?
So you're telling me you're a Jew? Is that why you spelled it?
It's another convention of Jews. You should write that in.
Right.
You're welcome. I was hoping you could compare your experiences on Curb and Seinfeld, which you enjoyed more, how you enjoyed them differently.
Good question. Compare and contrast. A good essay question for college. Yeah. You really need a blue book for that one. Well, it's completely different because of the acting on this one. You know, on Seinfeld was actually more pressure because we were doing it. We only had like 3 or 4 shows written before the season started. And then from that point, we were really flying by the seat of our pants from week to week.
Right.
So I was writing Seinfeld shows. We'd finish one show on a Tuesday night, on a Tuesday night, and then I've got like Wednesday and Thursday to write a whole new show.
Yeah.
And get a cast, get the casting director involved, and get sets built. So usually we did 2 shows in a row, and that second show was really tough. So I'd say there was much more pressure to do Seinfeld. For Curb, I write all the shows before we start filming.
You're finished before you start. Yeah.
Finished before we start, and then I could just do the casting and the acting and all that. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Over here.
How you doing, Larry? I was actually wondering, between Seinfeld and Curb Your Enthusiasm, has there been one show that you've produced that you would consider to be a greatest achievement or one you're most proud of when you look back?
No, I don't know. You know, I know in Seinfeld the contest got the most attention by far. So, and that was sort of groundbreaking for television, that show. So I would say this contest for Seinfeld, just simply because of the content and the network and all that, and how it put us on the map. And so I would say if I had to choose one, it would probably be that.
Did you win an Emmy Award for writing?
For that.
For that,
yeah.
You did. Mm-hmm. And do you remember what you said at the Emmy Awards when you won?
Yeah. I said, this is all very well and good, but I'm still bald.
Okay. I remember that. It was memorable. Over here.
Hi. You mentioned that the fourth time that you ever did stand-up, you did some material that made you realize this is what you wanted to do. Would you mind doing that for us?
Yes, I would. No, I would. You'd have to put the gun to my head again. No, I'll tell you what it was. It was this bit. Again, we return to my theme of masturbation, and it was about a 14-year-old kid being caught by his mother and put on trial. So I reenacted this entire trial with the mother. I put my mother on the stand.
Testimony.
And then I testified. I had steel balls like Humphrey Bogart. You know.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, over here.
What is the derivation of the title "Curb Your Enthusiasm"?
I was in kind of title mode. I had to come up with a title for the show. So whenever you have to come up with a title, your mind always drifts to things that could be a title. You'll be in a conversation with somebody. You've been in a conversation with people, and they say, oh, that would make a good title for something, right? They never say specifically for what, but for something. So I was sort of in that mindset, and then I don't know how, I can't remember the moment where it came up, but I remember being struck by those three words because they said so much to me, you know. Not in front of me, if that's what is really what it meant. So I think there was something to the title. The title actually said something, which I liked, and it was funny. Yeah.
Over here.
Hey, I'm an especially impatient Jewish woman because I went to yeshiva, and I was wondering when that would pay off for me. And then the ski lift episode aired, and I understood Shkia Sachama. And it was even said properly.
Yeah. She knew her stuff, that gal.
She knew her stuff. But
She's referring to the episode where I'm on the ski lift with the woman and she jumped off. Yeah. That was my favorite episode of last season.
Yeah, the head covering I have a question about, but I think I know why. But I was wondering, who are you writing for? Who's your audience? Who do you see as your audience?
To tell you the truth, and I hope it doesn't sound pretentious, I'm just writing for myself. Mm-hmm. So I'm just trying to make myself laugh. Mm-hmm. Honestly, that's all I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I figure if I'm laughing, then maybe somebody else will laugh. You know? But I was also, I remember reading, I think one of J.D. Salinger's books, in one of the characters said the same thing about writing, you know, and that stayed with me. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, over here.
A lot of writers say that they don't have a lot of control in the writer's room, and I just wanted to hear if you had a lot of control on Seinfeld when you're doing it. And then the other thing is that Susie Essman says that people will come up to her, like in Zay bars, and ask her to tell them to F off. And I was wondering if you had similar type of experiences where they want you to be in character. Or...
No, not like that. No. But Susie's told me that. Well, what was the first one?
Being control in the writer's room.
Yeah, because...
First of all, we didn't have a writer's room on Seinfeld. There was no writer's room. I had never done a sitcom before. I didn't know there was such a thing as a writer's room. So... I had my own office, you know, and that was pretty much it. There was no room where we took a script, and I know this now because I've sat in other writers' rooms when friends of mine have done pilots, and and they sit down, and all the writers are in the room, and they have the script, and they go over the script line by line. Mm-hmm. Every line is gone over by an entire room, and they all throw out ideas and jokes and all that, and I cannot stand it. I couldn't stand it. People are there till 3 o'clock in the morning doing those things, you know. And I never thought it was a good idea for 12 people to be writing a show because there's no personal stamp on it. I didn't get it. You know, this way, you know, if I was doing, or you know, Jerry and me, we'd work together, and so we had total control of the show together. We never went into a room with 12 writers. Sometimes we'd have meetings where we'd bring the writers in to go, you know, we need to like move this story along. Anybody got any ideas? Yeah. But ideas certainly, but never for line by line writing. No.
Thank you.